Welcome to the show. I mean, you gonna say something, or we live? You ain't saying nothing.
Sorry, I'm totally out of it. Welcome to the Geekz. This is Lil.
This is Steve, keeping it green, but not as green as a Lil, clearly.
Clearly, he is.
We got to fix that.
I am on some anxiety meds. I apologize.
And this is Sean. To the break of dawn. What's going on?
Yeah, it's
what's going on, man? This is gonna be a boring show.
Quiet ass week. Nothing going on. It was. What was I gonna say? It feels like, you know, when sports has that week off or that 2 weeks off where there's nothing, it's like dead. Like all the sports intertwine at some point, and then there's that week or two, like it's like the baseball all-star game weekend, and like everything is dead because like the NBA finals just ended, the Stanley Cup finals just ended, NFL training camp hasn't kicked off yet, or they took their hiatus between the pre-camps and the post, so it's like it feels like that right now because I think everybody is saving up for the Super Bowl, right? Because that's when you want to launch everything. So we're not going to see shit for another week and a day. It's going to be Super Bowl Sunday. Steve's going to be chomping at the bit for the 49ers. Watching Patrick Mahomes slice and dice. I just had to throw in that chat. I got a jab. I'm jealous.
I fucking hate you.
I'm the jealous little bitch here. I got nothing. So, damn, Taylor, messaging from the emergency room, dude. Hope you're doing fine, man.
Thanks for the dedication, though.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no shit. That's like hardcore right there.
But
there's gonna be a shitload of trailers in the Super Bowl.
There's gonna be a shitload of trailers. We're probably gonna have to have like a separate offshoot, doing some trailer reaction stuff once that comes out.
We need to do like a Super Bowl reaction video. Talk about our favorite commercials, the best trailers.
Our favorite Taylor Swift pan away.
Of course, I may not want to record right after the Super Bowl, so we'll see.
Yeah, Steve might be in mourning or drunk and belligerent, running up and down his street naked. Because that's when the Cubs won. I was kind of doing almost.
I know, but I don't drink no more, Lo. Come on, man.
But if the Niners win the Super Bowl,
I'll just get really green.
You'll be popping bottles all over the place. You and Lena will be embracing naked somewhere down some street.
Look, I don't know how you and your friends celebrate big game victories, but that's not how shit works out here.
We do. What do you mean? In San Francisco?
I don't live in San Francisco, Lil. We've been doing this show for 10 years.
But you're a San Francisco fan, so no chest pains are gonna stop him from. Dude, take care of yourself, man. The chest pain, this shit can wait. Go take care of yourself.
You're the only person on anyway. I don't know where the hell the rest of the fans are.
They all start trickling in at some point. But yeah, like this week has been kind of crazy, just busy. It's had a lot of stuff with work and stuff going on. I got to meet a long time listener. Commenter. He's followed us all the way to when we were on PCL, Joe Vitale. It was really nice to meet with him. He was there with a decent group of people, but see, now people are chiming in. There's James, and here's Al. See, Steve, you're talking shit about Al not showing up.
I'm glad you finished. I wasn't talking shit about Al. I was talking shit about how he dipped off. But it's funny. You saw that was really cool. You got to meet Joe. I just seeing how he dwarfed you. I'd be like we could remake the Lord of the Rings with this guy.
No shit. You dressed his. You know what? He needs to meet up with us somewhere. All of us.
I got the beard. I could be Gimli already. I'm halfway there.
He could dress up like fucking Legolas or Gandalf or some shit, and you will just be like Gimli or a fucking Hobbit.
Joe, it's funny. Joe doesn't look that tall in pictures, so I guess looking at him in pictures, I was like, holy shit! Joe is Joe's a big dude. You know,
Yeah.
very
That's it.
interesting.
Yeah. So it was great. It was great meeting him. We got to chit chat. I'm gonna have them with the Vintage Geeks joining us at some point for Star Geeks to do
Ooh.
some battle trivia. Joe
That's
and
pretty crazy.
I agreed that we're going to co-host the battle trivia because we don't know shit, and we'd rather just make you guys look like fools.
Well, I don't know shit either, but I was doing okay.
You were doing okay. You're doing okay.
I'll give you a couple of those answers, but
Yeah. Well, I won on a technicality, but
Yeah.
listen, I'm a Niners fan, so dub's a dub, baby. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter how you get there. Someone walks away with that W.
See, Pacino says The Last Jedi was not trash, Sean. Saw your last Star Geeks.
You're talking to all three of us then, because yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was bullshit.
It's funny as your camera froze on that face you made.
Oh, did it? I'm back, right?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, but Pacino, I mean, the shit that we read sounds way better than The Last Jedi. Like, you got to give it to us on that one. Like, at least say.
But you know what? I feel like, and more thinking about it, I feel like even if that was the version we got, we would have found some shit. There would have been some things to complain about. I'm sure things would have been. We only think that that's so good because of what we got.
Top 3. What?
I told you this is what I talked about. This is what I talked about in the beginning, right? Everybody's gonna love something, just like when we like a decade ago when we were talking about the prequel trilogy. There were people who loved that prequel trilogy before Clone Wars, and we're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Phantom Menace.
What the hell?
Phantom Menace, but I mean, I give credit to the other ones. Like, you know, what I'm saying?
Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones are both a mess.
I don't know. I like Attack of the Clones. I'm gonna be honest
It's a
with
mess.
And
that love story piece where they're like diving through the flowers and shit. I wanted to punch myself.
Both of those first two movies have really good parts, but they are so boring. And they go on and on and on. And there's so much talk about trade blockades and fucking God.
Yeah, I would have just put on some Canadian Parliament and just fucking watch that.
Just like
the Trade Federation has gotten past Mustafar, and now we have to go to Tatooine to do this from the Trade Federation. And Senator,
but the blockade is set up, and we need to have a Senate hearing for. I'm like, where's the fucking lightsabers? What the fuck is this? Like, nope, we get a fucking 35-minute pod racing scene, which is cool in its own right.
That was Phantom Menace, though. That wasn't that.
I said 1 and 2.
I don't know. Saying. Two was really good. Two had the was it? No, that was part. That was
part 3 had a lot of boring ass parts too.
Fuck no,
a lot of talky.
I'm telling you, the little love story between Padme and Anakin in part 2 was garbage. The language was garbage. Sure. Them rolling around in the flowers was garbage. That
crazy. Fucking the Clone Wars battle was fucking awesome. That was great. I love that.
And I've said this multiple times. You can chop those two movies up and make one decent movie.
I don't know. I really like part 2, so I'm going to wrap part 2.
See, you like part 2. Just like Pacino here likes.
I like part 2 too. I actually like all the prequel trilogy for different reasons. You know, there's something to like in all of them.
And maybe 10 years from now, we'll all like the.
And look, we talked about too, like The Last Jedi. There's stuff to like in there too. There's some badass scenes in that movie. And same with The Rise of Skywalker. There's some fucking cool shit that happens in there too. It just collectively, as a story, doesn't really.
The fight scene in Snoke's chamber is awesome.
Yeah.
It is an awesome scene.
Yeah. I could have did it better. I could have did a better job.
We get all Monday morning quarterback all this shit.
I will Monday morning quarterback this shit.
But what I don't like about the Snoke scene is that he's in a room that doesn't seem to have any walls. It's like an animated room that just kind of goes on forever and in every direction. It's like a big dome, and it just kind of never. It just feels like they're just in this big arena of open space.
Got to get to the Suicide Squad. No, we haven't. Yeah, we've been contemplating it.
Alex got it. He's been playing it for the last couple days. Yeah. He downloaded it and got up at 2 a.m. because that's when it launched to play it, and he likes it.
Dude, your
It's
boy's
pretty good.
a fucking trooper, man.
No
Dude,
rules.
exactly. No, there's no rules in this house.
It's like there's no rules in your
No
house.
rules.
It's just like a fucking free for all up in
It's
that
the
piece.
Wild West out there.
Yeah,
fam.
today was a tough part because after Mia's race, we got out a little early, which was great. But then her friends wanted to go to Disney Springs, just to hang out, and like we don't, no, like we don't do that. Like even though she's 15 and a half, we're like, so I took her and I dropped her off.
15 and a half.
Yeah,
What's
she's
that?
15
Is that a
and
thing? When you get to 15, is it half there? I didn't know it was like
It's always a half. It's
No,
always closer,
15.
closing on 16.
I have,
All right.
I have to do like math. Think about like which one of my kids is close to a half.
That's what I'm like, I'm not doing that math.
Sebastian's in October, but that doesn't seem like that long ago. But it's fucking February.
Exactly, it's fucking February.
Like, so
My twins turned 13 and she's 15, and I'm teaching her how to drive. And I'm like, I guess I should take you there and leave you there for a few hours with your friends. But I made her text me every hour to see where she was at. That Find My iPhone app was ready if that text wasn't coming through.
Right.
But it's tough getting old. But Alex, man, he's been playing the game. He really likes the game. So he's saying it's a lot better than people think.
That's what Taylor said.
He murdered the Flash. There's a lot of death in it. All the Justice League die at some point, I guess.
Is it still a 4-player game?
I don't know. He's been playing it by himself. He's been playing in solo missions. So I don't know. Let's see. What creeped me out was the Padme was so much older than Anakin. That is true as well.
Yeah.
Like Anakin was supposed to be like 14 there, and she was at least in her 20s.
Yeah, that was some. Like,
if roles were reversed, people would be talking lots of shit.
there's like Lifetime movies made about that shit.
Yeah, teachers messing with.
I had the teacher thing in my head. I was like, this is like Mary Kay Letourneau over there, but I didn't know if anyone was gonna get that reference.
I didn't know the name, Steve, but I'm glad you went there because I didn't know the name. I was like, what the hell's her name?
See, Ogatsu got to jump into this group. Pacino, The Last Jedi is trash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Taylor says, "Yep, four player."
Okay.
I need me a King Shark, Harley, and Deadshot. He was either 8 or 10. Oh, in the first one for sure. In the first one, when they were like, it was weird too because if you rewatch that one, there was like a little flirtation thing going on there, where she was like smiling.
There was,
but
it was
biting
really
her lip
creepy.
a little, and I'm like, what?
Huh?
Like he, it's what was that movie? Blank Check. It was like it felt like that creepy ass scene where she kissed him.
Yeah, he was very young. It didn't make any sense. He grew up really fast, and she just stayed her age. That was even worse. It was just like, huh? Like his midichlorian count is that high? Like I'm confused. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Fellas, no matter what I'm guessing any of us would have been doing the same. Probably.
Oh, I would have definitely. Another news. I watched Mr. and Miss Smith.
Okay, yeah. How was that?
It's great. Loved it. The Last Jedi plays once a month at my job.
I work in sanitation. Of course, you're covered in shit.
Damn, I ain't say that.
I'm joking, Pacino.
I mean, honestly, if you in the middle of work and anything's playing, you just gonna play it anyway. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this.
You can watch it. Yeah.
And then the crazy part is, but might be right because after you watch it, you keep watching it and watching it over and over again. You're like, man, it's not that bad because your mind is so like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, you know what? I can accept them riding on horses on a battleship. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I can take that fucking Kylo Ren is fucking grabbing a lightsaber behind his fucking back. It just comes out of fucking nowhere because Rey's fucking powers are to disappear shit and bring it back. It makes sense. It makes sense to see the Emperor again. Oh, it just makes sense when you watch it over and over again. I guess true. I watch it again.
And Mandalorian's trying to fix that issue with the cloning, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
did. Oh, go ahead. You watched
Mr. and Miss Smith.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Loved it. Really did like it.
Is it all out?
Yeah, it's all out. They dropped every episode, which is weird. I'm surprised Amazon did.
What's it on?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gatsu wrote, bro, I was a janitor in high school for 6 years and ain't nothing stink more than that Leia Mary Poppins in space shit.
That is true. That is.
Oh man.
Shit.
Steve, I did watch one thing this week based on your recommendation.
I did too as well.
American Nightmare.
I did.
Did I do an okay job last week of not spoiling anything?
You did because I assumed something. And then it didn't happen. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like this.
Yeah, we're talking about what is American Nightmare on Netflix.
American Nightmare on Netflix. It's a 3-part series that happened out.
Easy in and out, man.
California.
Hour and a half. It's like 45 minutes an episode.
Well, I guess 2 hours. How they had it set up, how they did it, like the first episode was like focused on the boyfriend, and then I didn't expect them to interview the girlfriend because I thought she was in on it. I thought this was this shit, and I'm like, man. And then she's in it, and I'm like, damn, that's twisty. That's and then all of a sudden we get the third part. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, that's why I told you, Steve, stop running around in your wetsuit. But
I get it. Well, I got it after the
fact. Yeah. But then as you made that joke later on, you got into this shit. You like, Like I don't know if that joke was a good one because
no, it wasn't a good one. But
after the fact,
he's out in California. He's out in.
I was like, ooh, he did all that. Ooh, I just thought.
No,
I thought the motherfucker was just trying to get a lot of money or some shit. No,
I think it's okay to talk about it with spoiling it now because it's been out for like 2 weeks. But like, the fact that
he was very rapey.
Well, the fact that like this story is so outlandish that at the end of episode 1, I was like, "There's no fucking." What the fuck is the real story? Because this is crazy. And then to find out that that's exactly what the fuck happened. And like they find the guy and he's got the goggles with duct tape and you're like, holy fucking shit. Yeah, so what I was saying is here locally covered like crazy all the original stuff.
Yeah, because they thought she did it. They thought the Gone Girl.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Their fucking trial, this and that. I don't remember a single fucking news story about them catching that motherfucker and I'm sure there was about them catching him, but like linking it up and exonerating this couple in some way, like wild. Bro.
Well, it's what sucks really about the whole thing, right? Is you have a hero and a villain, right? And I'm not even saying the dude who did the deed is the villain. It's the police.
What's the police? It's the media.
The police. But the media were playing off the police, right? The police are saying this shit, so they're gonna run wild with it. But then you also have a hero in the other police department.
Though. Also casting judgment on people when we have none of the facts. That's why they call it an American nightmare because every move you make, every mistake you make is broadcast to the whole world.
But see,
for everyone to come after you without any context or any actual details. People make their full judgments.
My problem with this is I can only imagine this was black people. If they were black people, it'd be a whole fucking different fucking ball game. This would not be a fucking Netflix show. It wouldn't be none of that shit. It wouldn't like the broadcasting would have been guilty motherfucker. That's it. Shot somewhere, motherfucker dead. That's the fucked up part about it. Is because I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is some white people shit. Like literally the whole time I'm like, this is some white people shit. Like black people would never be able to get halfway through this whole fucking thing. Let alone there'd be like 8 motherfuckers in jail already just because on some bullshit. So it fucks me up how it's like, oh, they made this into something, but I'm just like, what the fuck? It's fucked up what happened, but at the same time, I'm like, man, if this was some black people shit, man, this shit would not be the same way that they portraying this shit to be. And that's the fucked up part about it. That's the thing of, and when I was watching, an American girl, I'm like what? Like, yo, what fucking story is this? Like, fuck yo. Like, I was upset at the same time, but it was really good at the same time. But at the same time, I hate when they say, oh, she's just a hometown American girl. What? Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, come on, yo. It's just the media. the perception of media shit is just so white and black. It really
Well, it
is.
was an outdated representation because for a long time the
it was.
hometown all-American girl was a blonde hair, blue-eyed white person.
Yeah. It's like,
Right?
what the fuck?
The girl next door, the all-American girl, that was who the image that popped in your head. It's not appropriate anymore. It's an outdated notion. It's an outdated stereotype, but it is weird that they would lay into that.
Yeah.
This
Well, they
late
laid
in the
into
game.
it because, again, this was a 2017 case. At that time, things were still a little different. I think
Yeah.
we've had over the last 5 years a lot of change in our culture.
Yeah, it was a good documentary. It was.
I just
It was
liked the
fucking crazy as shit.
the boomerang effect it had, just back and forth. Like you
Crazy.
just never knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, you just
Well,
never
the
really know.
craziest thing too
The
was
boyfriend
like,
had to have something to do with it. Nope, turns out stand-up fucking dude.
Yeah.
Stand-up guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, why did he target the ex-girlfriend? Like, we never got that reasoning. You know, like it's just so weird.
And
But,
then
like,
as
it's
she was
also
dating one of
weird.
the cops, you're like, what? That was part of the investigation. You're like, what the? There's still more connections that aren't even being explored.
But the weirdest thing was like the fact that the rapist got upset that people in the media were calling her a liar. So then he sends them evidence.
Again,
There's something
Sean
wrong
would say,
here.
"That's some white people shit."
that was some white people shit. Yo, listen, real shit, real shit. If that was a black motherfucker that kidnapped somebody, they would have sent her fucking finger in the fucking mail and called it a fucking day. They would have look.
Hey,
I
listen,
need the money. Like motherfucker, I want the money. Ain't nobody give a fuck about nothing else.
Don't you try to claim the serial killers now? Okay,
I'm not claiming no
listen,
serial killer shit.
we
I'm
gotta,
just saying.
our numbers are way up there.
True. You're right. You
All
got us beat. You definitely
Right.
got us beat on that one.
We're running pretty high. On the
I don't
list.
know. I don't. Again, I don't really see too many people black people kidnapping people, but at the same time, I get it, and it's like it was just weird. It was the whole thing was so fucking weird. It was just like, how did this fucking dude get away with this shit? It just didn't make any sense. It was so crazy.
Well, he was military trained. He's an attorney. He has, you know what I mean? Like he had like a lot of education.
White
and stuff
privilege.
It was
white privilege.
Planning all this stuff out.
He had white fucking privilege. That's
he had a fucking cabin in Tahoe. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just my mom's vacation cabin I was staying at. Like, what the fuck? That's so expensive. That is a life. That is a very privileged existence.
Jeremy Renner plows your snow.
I didn't have a job, so I just figured, I'd just go bum it up in my mom's cabin in Tahoe.
Like, what? Come on, bro.
Try to figure myself out, find my true
In
inspiration.
the beginning of
myself.
Mr. and Miss, the question to ask James in the beginning of Mr. and Miss Smith, I don't want to spoil it because you'll start to realize, no, it wasn't Brad and Angelina.
It's a very different characterization of those two, right?
Oh,
it is, but it isn't. You'll start to realize what as it plays. Oh, this is what. Oh, okay. I didn't know that from the movie. They didn't tell you that, but in this, they kind of play it for you, so it kind of works. A little like you just fading.
I am.
You just fade. Like,
he's like, we're gonna do a trailer show tonight.
No, that ain't happening.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We got about, so Pacino was just saying, we got about, what are we looking at? Yeah, about
got
another
that fucking
35 minutes before the storm of the century hits California. And it shows it at 9 p.m.
Is it
100% rain. 100% rain for the next foreseeable future.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're going to be flooded the fuck.
We have rain on the weather thing. It shows we get a little bit of sun next Saturday and then nothing but rain between now and then.
Damn, that motherfucker's gonna be underwater.
That's gonna be a rough.
Well, Steve's up in the mountains. He'll just have to swim. He'll just have to take his little boat to work.
Oh shit, that motherfucker.
He'll have to get a raft and shit.
It looks like a fucking kaiju. I'm looking at on the weather report.
Wait till you see the kaiju's coming up. You'll see.
It should look like Godzilla coming. Shit.
Oh my god! You see where all that white shit is? That's where I live. Right where it's all really concentrated right at the time.
What?
So
Are you guys like? Are you like in a like a flood area? You're in a mountain though, so it
yeah, I'm
wouldn't-
like on a hill. Everything just kind of runs down. We
Yeah.
don't really have a lot of areas where water pools on my property because I'm on a hill. So it just kind of
So are you worried about like kind of the water? I mean, your ground just kind of coming in, or you're not worried?
not where I'm at. I don't have like hills and big mountain rocks around me and shit. Like
Oh, you're good.
I live in a neighborhood.
Neighborhood,
I don't have sidewalks, but there are other houses.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, our Christina's right again. Yeah, we were on a crazy drought, and then the last year's rains filled everything up, and now we're about to get. It's about to be another crazy few months, so we'll stay dry, stay safe. That just limits what I can do at work too, so that's cool. No working outside.
well, that's even win-win.
Yeah, like oh, nowhere outside work today. Guess I can do some training at home, remote work. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Xbox
Did you guys watch Ted yet? No. Nobody watch Ted?
No, didn't watch Ted.
All right. You guys are killing my buzz.
I was able to
what
get
else?
one thing in.
Anything else?
I watched a movie called Night Swim.
How was that?
It's not good.
It's
Steve.
not-
I've seen it.
It's not good. It's not terrible. There's been way worse like horror movies, but it's not like a good horror movie. But it wasn't terrible. Sean, I think you'd probably actually like it because it's light on the gore.
Oh,
But it's got some cool jump scares and shit. But I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, never mind.
State of Play. What's that?
State of
It's
it's the Sony's video game conference thing.
They're like their own personal E3.
But it has what's his name? Wyatt Russell. I like seeing him. He's always good.
Oh, okay.
It's like about like a demon that lives in the earth, kind of, that goes into this pool because it's like taps into the spring water.
Is it a creature feature?
There is somewhat of a creature-ish thing, spirit thing.
You're not selling me on this one, Steve.
It was fine. I give it a sidekick. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. But I did watch it. You know what I have been watching that's fucking awesome? And I only have like 3 episodes left. It's an old show. It's just available. It's just out there. It's called Fear Itself. Have you heard of this show, Fear Itself?
You were telling me about it, but I don't think I've ever heard of it.
So it's from like 2008. And it has a ton of actors that are big now that weren't big then in there. They're just filling up every episode. There's like, holy shit, this person's in one, this person's in one. And it's like Tales from the Crypt, like little 45-minute horror stories. There was a werewolf one that was pretty cool. There was a cool vampire one. There was one that was really cool about a girl that's getting married, and she gets a note that says the person you're going to marry is a serial killer. And then the whole episode is all her trying to figure that out. And then it culminates in like this big kind of showdown at the end. And then it takes a twist. You're like, what? And it's really good. I really like it. I give Fear Itself a hero. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
It like scratches that old itch. I don't know. It feels like a bygone era.
I swear I
of
talked
shows.
about this years ago on the show.
You might have. Oh, you're looking it up. You see everybody that's in there. The cast list is crazy.
That's what I remember about this because there's a few of these shows that I watched.
System of a Down did the intro music.
Yeah, yeah. So there's been a few of these shows that have been. There was one that was like a Canadian show, and there was a whole bunch of people on that. They had like 3 or 4 seasons of that. I enjoyed that one. I can't remember the name now, but the Fear Itself, I remember that. There was that one show that was like on NBC or some shit. It was on a boat. It was like a murder mystery. It's actually pretty good.
If it was on NBC, it probably wasn't.
But then but then they shit the bed at the end. It was
No,
pretty good.
and I'm pretty sure it only made 1 season, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. NBC fucking make you watch a fucking whole season and fucking rip it out from under you after season 1. So that's why I don't watch it on NBC. I stopped watching shit on NBC a long time ago.
But they all do it, man. They all do it. CBS does it too. I remember I was in on Jericho, and they were just like, you know, that awesome fucking show that we have that has this great story that we just left on a cliffhanger, no resolution. Like,
they did that shit with Heroes too, man. They fucking just dropped Heroes like it was.
I was fine.
Yeah, like them. Heroes.
Let Heroes go.
Great, the first season,
after the first 2 seasons were
yeah. First 2 were good, and then
they fucked up.
Well, but they had the writers.
They fucked up when they killed the flying brother. Once they killed the flying brother, I was like, I'm done. I don't like the show anymore.
Oh, I agree. I don't
like the show anymore. Like he was still in it, but it was like a shapeshifter version of him, and I was like, I don't.
Like it started getting kind of like it jumped the shark.
I don't like it.
Jumped the shark.
Yeah. But last week I talked a little bit about Reacher season 2. I was still a little lukewarm on it. Wasn't sure. Wasn't really rushing to get back into it, but I did finish it off this week, and I'm happy to report that I've changed my rating to a hero because, man, does all that bullshit in the beginning make like none of the end would have any impact if you didn't sit through all that crap. So like so many just character stuff. You're just like, oh man, I just like everybody. I want more and more and more. I want Alan Richardson to be my Batman.
You keep saying
I just want it. And Reacher is very, very good. Alil, you should watch Reacher. There is some sexy time, but no like nudity. Like it's like a network television
TV sexy time.
Yeah, you guys. I'm surprised you watched Reacher, but you didn't watch the John Krasinski one either, though. You didn't watch Jack Ryan.
No, but that's
Jack Ryan was so good, dude.
I know, and you know what? I've tried twice to watch that show.
I don't understand how you didn't get through it.
Because something else happens. I'm behind on it, and something else comes out, and then we have to watch that. It's like I think like the first time I tried to watch it, like House of the Dragon was happening, and something else, some other Marvel show was happening that we had to watch every week, and it's like fuck. So
speaking of House of the Dragon, Steve, new Supergirl.
I like that. Like I have a personal like for Miss Alcock there because pictures of my wife when she was around 20, they're like exactly the same. So it's like it's pretty good. So I'm like, yeah, Supergirl's very nice.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I was cool with that. She was good at House of Dragons.
She was.
I'm seeing some cosplay in the future for
in the future.
Okay.
Tonight.
You act like I'm not a creative motherfucker. That's shit that's already said.
We didn't see the new suit yet, so who knows what it's gonna look like.
That doesn't mean she's not going in dressing like House of the Dragons around the house.
I guess that is true. That is true.
I don't know. She touched her uncle.
In the show, right?
Yeah, in the show.
Okay. Like, what are we talking about here?
That's another thing too. Like this new DC shit. Like they all this casting, all this stuff, but like still no concept art, not a lick of anything other than like we're working on it. And I get it, you know, they're working on it, so like they don't have to. But it's just, Sean, I have looked for shit to watch and scrolled and thought like I should watch Marvels. I should watch Aquaman 2. Nah, I'll just find something else. I have no interest in either of those movies.
You might like it, Steve. You might. It was
actually, I heard somebody talking about it that they liked Aquaman.
I can see people liking it. I didn't.
I was like, okay.
It actually didn't do terrible at the box office either. 400 million.
I think everything doing terrible at the box office besides fucking Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I mean 400 million. It made its budget.
No, it didn't. But yes,
it made its budget. It didn't make it back all of its fucking marketing and all that other shit, but it made its budget.
Yes. I forgot what I was going to say.
So that brings up a topic because I sent you guys something tonight and we're just trying to, talk about shit. What is your top 3 franchises in movie history?
I have 2.
I would say top 3.
I have two, but the third one's gonna be tricky because franchises would have to equal more than 3 movies because
Really?
trilogies. Well,
Really?
trilogies is a whole separate thing. Franchise is more than 3.
But at the same time, I
I
think
have all 3.
I think a lot of these movies are franchise, even though they have 3 movies. I think it's a franchise. I still think it's a franchise.
I don't think that.
I agree
I don't
with
think
you.
that.
They sell licensing shit like that.
I don't think that 3 movies that tell one collective story is a franchise, as opposed to like 7 movies, 5 movies. Fast and the Furious has fucking 10 movies. You know, Star Wars has 9 movies. Those are franchises. Those are Marvel 20.
Well, but see, the thing is, like Lord of the Rings is 3 movies, right? But they've built.
No, it's 6.
So
Hobbit's part of it.
You includes the Hobbit. Okay.
So I guess the Tolkien trilogy. I guess the
Tolkien franchise, the Peter Jackson Tolkien franchise, is in the top 3 because every single one of those movies, except for Battle of the Five Armies.
So my question to the listeners out there too: what is your top 3 franchises out there? You do want to comment in the comments as well.
So there's some comments here on, and not about franchises, but yes, I think I would have liked to see her come back as Supergirl. And
she was good in The Flash.
Yeah, she was good in The Flash. She was basically still in the movie for most of it. Sony is not, Madam Web is a Marvel character. She's actually a Spider-Man character. So if you want a quick hit on Madam Web, go to the 90s Spider-Man cartoon series on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Go to the last season. You will see Madam Web take Spider-Man through the multiverse. And it's basically the first multiverse, and that is kind of the core of Madam Web.
But this Madam Web is kind of based off the new comic book version.
It is. It's a younger Madam Web.
But they're going to give you some of the same story beats. You'll have the same history as most people going in.
Yeah, and it could end up becoming that she could turn into that Madam Web. So that is
because isn't that Madam Web like an old lady?
Old lady.
Yes.
So
voiced by Stanley's wife in the cartoon.
Eventually, Dakota Johnson will get there, but not for a while.
Not for a while, yeah.
And plus, like, so we got Aliens, Terminator, and Spider-Man. Aliens is a good one. Spider-Man's tricky. Spider-Man is tricky because you got the first trilogy, then you have the duality.
But isn't Spider-Man a Marvel property? So wouldn't that be part of the Marvel Cinematic?
But then you would include
it's a Sony series.
But you would include the Tom Holland movies with the MCU franchise.
Yeah.
It has the MCU banner in front of it.
No, you know why? Because then
it has the MCU banner in front of it.
No
Way Home brought all 3 Spider-Man back together.
It has
the culmination of the entire
Spider-Man is a character in the Marvel universe. That's what you count it as. You don't count fucking DC Comics. You count it as a DC universe. You don't count Batman separate.
The Nolan Batman movies are
it's a DC property, so you count it as a DC.
So you just want everything Marvel jumped up. So you're talking about like 40 movies from Marvel.
Then Marvel franchise is number 1.
Yeah.
The DC franchise for me would be number 2, and then it gets into the weeds because like I think that the Scream franchise is it deserves to be way up there because almost every single movie has been highly enjoyable. There hasn't been a lot of letdown with Scream except for part 3. I know part 3.
I was like, Steve, we can't forget part 3.
And I didn't realize, Sean, until you were talking about American Nightmare, that not one black killer in Scream. So next Scream movie comes out, that is not the black guy. Yeah. Introduce a new black friend, not him. Yeah. Moving on.
They did some shit. That's some shit too. That's some shit. Yeah.
They introduced a lot of diverse characters, and it always just turns out to be us pasty whites under the mask.
Yeah, crazy ass white person always.
Yeah. Because we're the serial killer, Steve. Come on, we've already established that, Bill. Yeah.
What's this wee shit all of a sudden?
Well, you know.
See, Sean, I told you.
I'm a chameleon.
You're right, Steve. You're right.
My skin is pale, so it's from the lack of sun.
When Lil has anxiety, he's white.
Yeah.
But I'm dealing with mental health issues. And it's,
that's your white shit coming out.
That's a white problem. Mental health issues.
Okay.
My franchises are, of course, going to be Marvel Cinematic. I think we should just throw those out because there's
You can't.
You know.
But no, that's a part of your.
No, but
special.
but to make this a more interesting answered question, throw out Marvel and DC.
But
Besides-
and then I got to throw out the Star Wars universe. If that's the case.
I think so. I think
so?
you take out
Why?
those big three
Because those are the top three. Sean.
Those
That's
are
what we
always
would all
the
say
top
would be
three,
the top three.
Sean. We're all gonna say that.
It's Marvel,
I was
Star
gonna
Wars,
say
and
I was gonna say
DC,
2 out of
that's
those
it.
3.
First of all,
we
no, it's not
will all
Marvel,
either
Star
say
Wars,
3 out of
DC.
3
It's
or 2
Star
out of 3.
Wars, Marvel, DC. Get it right.
Oh, I don't give a fuck what order they're in.
Oh no, it matters. It matters.
Come what may.
It
Well,
matters.
for me, Star Wars
when
is
there's
not on top.
40 movies of content. But you
So
know,
what? Star Wars is way more important than fucking Marvel universe. Without Star
I
Wars,
would rank the Marvel franchise above Star Wars.
get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking kidding me, dog?
Personally,
Are
yeah.
you fucking kidding me?
I would too,
Yes.
personally.
What?
I enjoy those movies more.
Do
There's
y'all
so many more enjoyable movies than that.
get the fuck out of here?
If you go percentage based on how many movies released, yeah.
You're right because Endgame was shit.
I'm sitting here like,
Yo,
Sean,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
The Avengers movies.
Till this day, right now, and I'm gonna tell you right now, as I stand here, living, fucking dying in my fucking breath, there is no fucking scene in the Marvel universe that still gives me the fucking goosebumps till
I
fucking
said
Captain
this in-
America says Avengers Assemble. I got goosebumps just right now just saying that shit. That is the
I
only.
said this that there will
That,
never
shut up,
be
Lou,
a
let me finish
movie.
talking. Shut up. Let me finish talking. Let me tell you.
he's pontificating a little.
Yes.
Let him
Yeah.
fucking eat.
That
Sorry.
shit is one of the most important fucking phrases in fucking franchise movie fucking history. I'm
And he
gonna tell you
never
this
said
right now. Lil, I give you your respect on that one. Yes, the fucking Marvel universe is probably top one. I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm not a Marvel fan of collectibles and shit, but I'm gonna tell you right.
It's that
fucking
moment.
now. I'm gonna tell
It's
you
the-
right.
it's the
now,
moment in
that
Endgame,
fucking
Sean.
moment in,
Well,
in
it's a
movie
culmination.
history.
You know what I mean? Like they built up 20 movies to get.
And they hit you, and it was a constant fucking attack. They John Wicked you for fucking 15 years. Wham, wham, movie after movie was just so fucking good. You're just like, I want one to suck. And then even the ones that we thought kind of sucked were arguable. Like on repeat viewings, you're like, not that bad. And
But
you know, like so
as
They've
a
all
movie,
moved up the chain, right? They've all gotten better.
But as a movie franchise, yes. But as an overall, all around franchise, I think Star Wars trumps Marvel Cinematic Universe overall.
well, now you're talking about almost with that scenario of Marvel versus Star Wars. You're talking about kind of what universe you like more. Do you like the space opera, Star Wars, Tatooine, otherworldly planets, Jedi, Sith, all that, or do you like Spider-Man, Captain America, and Thor,
Yeah,
and
the
Iron Man, and
superhero.
this and that? It's a superhero. So, like at that point, it's like, yeah, then it's just kind of your own personal preference. Me
You know,
personally, I'm more Marvel than Star Wars.
I'm
but
curious.
that's
a
not a
little,
surprise.
I'm curious a little from your standpoint, numbers wise, which franchise makes the most money?
Well, Marvel's made the most money.
You think so?
Yeah, because they have so many more movies. That's the
No. I'm talking about no. I'm talking
Star
about
Wars. Star
I'm talking
Wars,
about all the way around,
a
like
New Hope.
from like toys, merchandise, licensing, like all that. I wonder which one.
I don't know
makes
how
the
you
most.
can
Right
even
now,
break that down.
Spider-Man himself is the highest global selling character
I gotta Google this.
right now, and I think it's been there for the last few years. You can see it.
Low thinks he's a human Google, and that may not even be right. Might be wrong.
Spider-Man has been
I'm pretty sure.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's
and
universal,
Batman.
man.
Yeah, I mean, like you go to any country, there's more Spider-Man stuff than Star Wars stuff.
We've all seen that statue with that big old Spider-Man on the children's hospital with the big old package hanging out. Remember that?
They did
Going
him
around.
right. That is anatomically correct.
They did him. That was a tight suit he was wearing, boy.
I believe Spider-Man is the highest selling character of merchandise. It's why Marvel renegotiated that deal with Sony and got all the merchandise rights back for the movies. So
you might be wrong.
okay,
You might be wrong.
I might be, but I'm not.
No, in your eyes, you think you're not.
No, I've seen reports. It's been out for years, over and over again, every year.
Where do you see those reports at, Lo?
I got you. It's not like I had them ready. It's not like I have a fucking portfolio
Sean,
sitting
you
here.
said pick your 3 favorite franchises, not pull up fucking financial reports from franchise.
The motherfucker's wrong. The motherfucker's wrong. First of all, so he's completely wrong. First of all,
By what?
It's fucking Pokemon. Pokemon is the fucking most highest fucking grossing fucking character in the world. $88 billion.
Oh man, I didn't even think about the Pokemon.
So yeah. Look, shut up, and you're a liar. Mickey Mouse is second with $52.2 billion. Winnie the Pooh is $48.5 million.
Well, maybe I was reading about the comic book superheroes.
Man.
So Winnie the Pooh makes more than fucking
Star Wars is next at $46.7 billion. Disney Princess is $45.4 billion. Anna
What report is this?
This is on fucking Wikipedia. Hello.
Oh, fucking Wikipedia is fake.
Harry Potter, $34.5 billion. Barbie, $33.9 billion. Marvel Cinematic Universe, $32.3 billion.
They're splitting it up.
I just told you on
Marvel
Wikipedia.
Not
your shit, not your stats. Wikipedia says it, mama.
Well, Wikipedia is not.
Yeah,
like
Wikipedia is not. People
I
can go in and edit Wikipedia right now. Let me go. Let me go.
I'm not even saying those numbers. Those numbers are probably right, Sean. But I'm just saying, like, just be careful with like being like Wikipedia, so it's the truth.
I mean, come on, yo. I mean, really, really having this conversation. It's right here.
You look at Forbes or something.
I'm impressed that Pokemon is that high. I did not realize.
You know, I'm impressed too. I'm very impressed. You pull it up on the Forbes.
Well, but then you're looking at brands and stuff like, okay, well, how much does the NFL as a brand make?
Oh yeah,
worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? Not much.
I don't think the NFL is on that list. It's very far.
You don't think so?
No, fuck no. I can't. I could never see that.
I think they're probably 20, 30 billion. Like in income, net value.
Like it feels like that's what it costs just to go to a game these days.
I was going to say each franchise is a minimum like a $5 billion franchise. So
they're selling suites for the Super Bowl to Legion Stadium, $2.5 million per suite.
And Taylor Swift bought them all.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Change for her.
So on the Forbes list.
Mm-hmm.
Top earning fictional character of all time. Mm-hmm. Winnie the Pooh.
Of all time.
$5.9 billion.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse, $4.7 billion. Harry Potter, $2.9 billion.
Man, Harry Potter will shut up. That's a more recent character.
Lord of the Rings, $2.2 billion.
That sounds low.
Darth Vader it says income $1.3 billion.
What made
characters?
I don't understand what this money number is. Like,
yeah, that sounds low.
It's billions
in all of history.
I'm sorry. When did billions become low?
Well, for all time, 1 point something billion for all time. Darth Vader's been around. That's the only money they can accumulate towards him.
Earning fictional characters,
or is that just like what they think they're?
I mean, Michael Jordan's worth $3 billion.
All right. So. You know what, you see, I see what y'all trying to do here, but listen. Motherfuckers, don't
Star Wars. It's
the first motherfucker says, "Oh, I read the reports. I've seen the reports." Motherfucker, what reports did you see?
I'll tell you this. Now, this is great podcasting where I'm looking up.
Oh, this is great fucking podcasting. Don't get it fucked up. Like, we're all trying to see how wrong you are in this and how you go.
I don't care at all.
So. See, no, because everything you love is down the gutter.
Well, one of the things I love is playing in the game next weekend. And
although I was going to say, Steve, like I was reading about the new
Power Rangers
right here.
Man, I'm just.
High up in my heart, man, and that's all I care about.
So back to our, I guess. Well, I'll let Alil get his stats together, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
If I'm taking Star Wars out of it, then
yeah, like just to make it more interesting. Besides, right? Because Star Wars, Marvel, DC, we all yes. Besides those,
so I'm gonna say after that, shit.
You guys are fans of the Harry Potter.
I'm gonna say Harry Potter.
Because that includes the Beasts movies, even though the last two weren't very good according to you guys.
I'm gonna shoot for Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings franchise because I love Lord.
Okay, so what I read and I pulled it up here is the most. It's based on comic book heroes, so I didn't go through all the other franchises. Because Marvel sold approximately 1.3 billion worth of Spider-Man merchandise. So,
but then that would be below the 1.9.
yeah, Batman came in second with a respectable 494 million. Oh, but that's in 1 year. This is 1 year total. This is not.
But what are they talking about? Sold.
It's their merchandise. So like toys, clothes.
That's it. Batman only sold 400 million in the whole year, including toys, shirts, jackets, fucking art prints, pictures, posters, all that shit.
Well, art print pictures and posters, like if they're sold like at cons.
Well, I get it with the conventions. I'm not talking about that.
I'm talking about
you
this
can buy that shit from the store.
The profit the companies make. So the profit Marvel made off of Spider-Man products is 1.3 million. The profit DC Warner Brothers made off of Batman is just under 500 million.
1.3.
I can see that.
I feel like
I can see that.
I don't know. I just feel like
you know what makes.
I just feel like they're really low numbers.
You know what makes Spider-Man such a bankable character is the red and blue. The red and blue because of the colors.
You say that about Superman, then
it makes it so much more.
Superman's huge.
Well,
Superman's not top 2.
It could be, but it's a white guy in a suit to where the Spider-Man could be
anybody.
Like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
Superman can't be just anybody. It's always gonna be a white dude. Like,
well, also Spider-Man is probably one of the only heroes, and Batman does it every now and then. Like Lego Batman has its peaks with kids and stuff like that, but Spider-Man's always been with the kids and then adults. You know what I mean? Like he plays both sides.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that character is transcending more so.
Oh, of course, yeah, I can definitely see it from that standpoint.
So, but for me, my franchises would probably be Harry Potter. It's tough because I want to put some horror franchises down here, and I'd have Nightmare on Elm Street. Because I can watch those movies, even the bad ones, over and over again. I just love them so much. Steve, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was say even 6. I can't watch 6 again.
I watch it. I watch Freddy vs. Jason. I watch it.
Freddy vs. Jason's good, arguably. So, it's bad, but it's good.
It's good bad, you know. So I'm going with Harry Potter, Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's tough. It's tough. I want to go Evil Dead franchise.
I wanted to go Star Trek because Star Trek TV content is phenomenal.
Yeah. It is.
They have some good movies,
and they got some good movies. But I mean,
not a lot of good movies.
I fell asleep in the theater once during a movie. So
yeah, I'm not an original Star Trek guy.
But the JJ Star Trek movies.
Yeah, no, I like the Patrick Stewart stuff too. Like I was cool with that. Those movies weren't that good though. The show was better. With
the Borg.
Yeah, that was not. It wasn't great, but it was. But the JJ ones are great. So I don't know, man. Star Trek is up there though. But
I'll choose Evil Dead franchise over the Lord of the Rings franchise.
Whoa. For you, I get it. Makes sense.
I just love. I could sit there and watch.
I would think y'all's horror franchises are probably more prominent for y'all.
As a franchise, I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Scream would be up there. Scream's close, but I just have the nostalgia love for those two so much more.
I mean, I have Lord of the Rings and Scream, but I'm struggling with that third one. That one's hard because it's like I almost wanted to put Predator on there because it encapsulates a lot. You know, you get the AVP movies, plus you get Prey, and Predator 1 and 2 are both pretty good. But then like,
yeah, Carl Weathers, R.I.P.
Yeah, motherfuckers say Aliens, but Aliens franchise.
Aliens, very good.
Aliens is fucking great.
But then you have Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
No shit to bed. Mama. No.
Yeah, but then you can put in the Alien AVP movies in there, those two, which first one I liked.
The first one I liked. The other ones
it's so dark. Can't see anything.
Like but great. That's the problem. Like it's like
yeah. Great. And then you got the other ones, the ones they just made.
Prometheus and Alien
Oh.
Covenant. I haven't watched Covenant since we watched it in the theater for the show.
Neither have I. I don't think I'll
I've
ever go
not
back
gone
to it.
back. I've gone back to
Yeah, right.
Prometheus a few times and still found out that I still think everybody in that movie is dumb. And I don't know how they all wound up on a very expensive fucking scientific expedition to another fucking planet, and they're just like all reckless and wild out there.
Yeah. You've never seen this shit before, and you being
You
reckless.
guys have been asleep for like a year. A lot of planning went into this. You're just like, I'm gonna touch the alien. What the fuck?
Fuck you! I'm not touching shit out there.
Idris Elba, why are you smoking a cigarette inside the ship? Gross. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Dumbest franchise in movie history.
But then I don't even
Might
remember
be.
Covenant. I remember, wasn't Danny McBride in Covenant?
He was, but it wasn't good, Steve.
I don't remember. I remember there was like an alien on top of a ship at some point while it was spinning or something.
Yeah, and Danny McBride was driving it.
Oh, that's all I remember. That's it.
It wasn't Idris Elba was in one of these movies, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was in Prometheus. He was the pilot.
He was, and he died in the air, right?
Not after he got to knock down Charlize Theron.
He did. Anyway,
so no aliens. That's not going on my list.
no, I don't think it's going on anybody's list.
What about like child, like kid alien movies? Can we lump them all together into one? Like E.T. and Mac and Me.
Not a franchise.
Mac and Me. It's not a
I'm
franchise.
just trying to look around at what I got.
I hate
Die
E.T.
Hard.
I'll be honest with you. To this day,
You
I
hate E.T.?
I fucking hate E.T. dog.
So
I
does
That's
Johnny.
a crazy.
Yeah,
I
hate
do
E.T.
not
too.
fucking like E.T. dog. I can't. I would never go back and watch that movie. I fucking hate it. Like I really do.
You know what it
Okay,
is?
I got my other one.
E.T. is boring.
It's boring as shit.
At least
Damn,
Mac and Me, I
no.
can laugh.
Oh,
I wanted to, but I can't.
the laugh that keeps on giving.
Where would you guys put the Fast and Furious franchise?
Not below my list.
Not my three.
It's not my fucking favorite.
Jurassic Park franchise?
Jurassic Park.
I think Jurassic Park can be up there. It's got some really high highs.
Yeah, but then they put a bunch of dinosaurs in a house.
Like
In a house.
It's got really high highs.
You cannot let that one go, boy. That one fuck
That shit
you up.
pisses me off, dude. It's a weird thing to do. Like at one point they like let out a big brachiosaurus and like he's just like, like out of this room. I'm like, what the fuck? The room is like 30 feet. I don't know.
I don't know what else. Nothing else. Is there any other franchise?
Back to the Future. Well, Back to the Future is only a trilogy.
I mean, to me, Back to the Future is up there, but y'all weren't counting that, so like I can't put that in.
I mean, you could consider it, right? Because they had a cartoon. They have a
I mean, if we're counting
series,
TV shows, then that's a whole different ballgame.
video games.
Well, then I put Star Trek up
Like
there.
you could do X-Men as a franchise, but they didn't have a lot of good
Marvel's
movies in that
It's like
franchise.
separating Spider-Man out. You can't do it.
I mean, if you're gonna throw everything in that, I mean, even Blade and stuff. I mean, Marvel wins hands down.
Oh yeah, story-wise, yeah.
I can't believe you guys like poo-pooed Fast and Furious like that.
Steve,
Those are some great movies, action movies. Ooh, Sean.
they're
Sean,
okay.
yes, they are. They are fucking. They have some crazy. They do some.
What's your
wild
favorite?
shit,
What's
bro.
your favorite Fast and Furious movie?
7 or 5.
Mine's Tokyo Drift.
10 was really good though, but 10 I liked for like I just loved how crazy it was.
Mine's
It was
just 2.
just-
The one with
Ugh.
Tyrese.
I was gonna say,
Ugh,
what?
Is that the one? Is that the one where fucking?
That's-
Is that the one where like where Paul Walker's like, let's roll cut or something like that?
What?
He says cut.
That's the first time we got Ludacris, and like I love that one. I actually really enjoy that one.
That is not a good movie.
I
no.
prefer Tokyo Drift.
That's not a good movie.
Tokyo
The
Drift.
5 when they were like, no, Tokyo Drift's a great movie.
I love
5,
it.
like that's when they introduced Hobbs. That's when freaking you got
No, the fucking Rock being introduced was not a good thing, dog.
what? Him and
No.
fucking Vin Diesel breaking up, building apart, fight each other. That shit was great.
Insane,
That's
and it's
1985 action,
the
bro.
pro-
That's all it
the
is.
problem. That's the problem with the Fast and it just got insane, and it
I
just
know.
got
That's what I like
crazier
though.
and crazier.
I like that. I like when fucking Carl Carl Weathers, R.I.P., and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger high five, and their fucking muscles are glistening and shit. And the Predator, I'm just like,
Well,
this
that's
is.
an awesome scene in the fucking Predator, mind you.
And you're telling me that fucking The Rock fucking tackling Vin Diesel through 4 walls isn't awesome?
Fucking
Like, that's fucking
stupid.
great.
It was fucking
Two guys flexing versus 2 guys going through multiple concrete
fucking like they're
walls.
superheroes. Get the fuck out of here. That's stupid.
I love it.
Dumb.
Loved it. Love it.
No, Tokyo Drift's the best one.
No, it's not. To me,
Better than 2.
Sean, I know which
That's
franchise you
John
missed.
Singleton.
I know what franchise you missed, and you're going to feel like shit that you
What?
did.
What?
Mission Impossible franchise. So good.
It's good. It's good, but it's not on the high list of like, oh yeah.
What are you talking about? Like
The only miss was 2.
Oh,
and
I
that's
was
just a
about to say
barely
too.
miss.
2 was the only miss.
I know. It is
Because
really
it came,
good.
because
Don't
it
get me
came
wrong.
off
It's
such
really
a great
good.
first
And
one.
it was a miss because it was directed by John Woo, and he did a whole bunch of fucking slow-mo and weird artsy shit with doves that nobody wanted. That's why 2 is a miss.
But is it
Every
better-
other movie has
but is
been
it better
rock
than the
solid.
fucking Harry Potter franchise? No,
For me, it
that's-
is. I don't really like Harry Potter, so
Yeah, well, that's
But you love the game.
the game was great.
You go back and watch all the movies?
I have not.
Well, see, then you can't say that you don't
Yeah.
love it.
yeah.
I told you we need to do a retrospective.
Oh,
but
Ed has joined the James Bond franchise. You know what the problem with the Bond franchise is?
is
Too many.
all the
of
old movies are not very
Too
good.
many. No, there's some good old movies.
There's some really good old movies. Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man?
Yes.
There are some really good old movies.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I'm still partial to the Skyfall and Casino
of course. But those
Royale.
are fucking great, though.
Ooh, so
Those are
Those are great.
I
What was the one that- what was
remember you didn't
Spectre?
see
Not
it,
very
I'm
good.
yelling at you, Steve, but you haven't seen fucking Skyfall or
We saw Skyfall in the theater for the show.
that's right. No, it's Casino Royale.
I hadn't seen Casino Royale.
You still haven't seen Casino Royale?
No, he
Nice,
did.
sweet.
We made him watch it.
Yeah, I watched it.
I
We
was gonna
reviewed it.
say, wait a minute, I thought we reviewed
And then we went and watched Spectre in the theater too. And then
Ooh,
I
that
came
was-
back and I was like, "What the fuck?
Spectre
guys?
wasn't great. Let me be honest. with
What
you.
was this?"
Well, again,
Honest-
right
To be honest with you, the last one wasn't that great either. The last one,
I mean,
I haven't even wanted to watch it.
I didn't even like it. It was long, and I did not like it at all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I guess then Austin Powers would be a franchise. He had like 4 or 5 movies, didn't he?
no, it's only 3.
Was it 3? I have them all somewhere. It'd be up at the
Wasn't it
top.
the
1,
spy who loved me, the
2,
spy who shagged me,
and Gold Member, yeah.
Gold
It's
Member?
just the 3, so that doesn't count.
What, does the airplane franchise count?
Only 2.
It was only 2. Oh, it was only 2. Right. It was only 2. Yeah.
I have both of those on VHS too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Terminator for Steve, definitely.
Especially Genesis. Hey, did you ever see
You and
Terminator
that
Dark?
fuck-
Did you ever see Terminator Dark Fate? You ever watch that one?
No.
That movie's trash, bro. Dark Fate is
You got
garbage. They were like, "We're gonna
Jason
bring back
Bourne.
Linda Hamilton," and the whole world was like,
Oh,
"Why?"
wait a minute. Is that the one with the girl who was a Terminator?
Yeah,
I like that one, Steve.
Sean, you are crazy.
I didn't have a problem with it. It wasn't like super bad.
We got Jason Bourne, Transformers.
I liked
Final
her. I liked
Destination.
her as a Terminator.
Jason Bourne. The Bourne franchise is a good franchise. Even the Jeremy Renner movie was good. So
I'd give it good, but I wouldn't put it in the tops.
John Wick has had 4 movies. That's a franchise,
John Wick is a shit though.
and they're going to branch off with that. They're doing the ballerina, so it's going to get in spinoffs. So that's a bona fide franchise, the John Wick's
okay.
universe.
Well, I mean,
Transformers, I don't know, man. Transformers, oof.
No, I don't.
Not
put
a
it
lot of
I
hits
don't
in
put
that
it the top.
franchise.
Yeah, I don't put it in the top.
It's
Final
a
Destination,
franchise. I mean, we're just naming off franchises.
Final Destination, fantastic franchise, but not in top 10.
No. I can't even put like.
I still love that one where that glass pane fell from the sky and just squashed that person. Such a great death.
Every time I pass a logging truck.
Oh yeah.
It's.
I saw a meme too, like 90s kids driving behind this know what it really means. I was like, yep.
My the one death that always gets me still from the franchise is the gymnastics one, where like all the dust blows in front of that girl when she's doing like the bars, and then she just fucks up and her whole body just like breaks into like this accordion crumple of bones. You're just like, oh my god.
What about the barbed wire that just dices up with a Stifler?
Ooh, the Saw franchise. Yeah, but there's some. Oh, man, the first
There's
one was so good.
Too many bombs with the Saw.
The first one was so good, but then after that, and then me and a little just talked about Saw X. Also, like not bad, but then you just start like looking at like the logistics. Like, how did this dying ass motherfucker set up all of these booby traps
It's
in
not
this
good.
factory in Mexico?
It's not good. It's not good. I mean, the original Saw, fantastic movie, stand on its own, perfect. The sequels all are sidekicks at best.
All of them.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying at best.
And even Spiral. I didn't like Spiral that much.
I haven't watched it. Remember we talked about trying to review that, and you're like, don't do it.
So
I shouldn't just watch it still.
Does the Power Rangers movies consist of like real movies or no? Right?
I mean, there's only
They're not
been
real.
3. They're not real. Yeah, they're not.
The second one was barely a movie. It was just like a long episode.
If they made more from the new
2017 franchise, then yeah, it would have been. But I wish they would have given that some more love. I don't think that got enough time.
Laser room in Resident Evil, the laser grid that turns the guy into a meat puppet.
That was awesome when the laser was like, remember it was like coming and he would duck, and then it was coming and he like jumped over it.
And then it came in square.
And then it came and it was like turned into a grid, and he's just like, well, fuck.
Yeah, how you get out of that shit? You can't.
Cheating.
Yeah, they
cheated. That feels like the raids and Breakpoint, Sean.
So true.
Little inside baseball there. What about Toy Box? Y'all get anything for the Toy Box? I didn't get anything this week.
Nope.
Shit.
Nope.
Wow.
Time of pocket money to pay back the government. That's about it.
I got 2 pieces coming in, but they ain't coming in till fucking, I don't know. One's coming from fucking China, so I don't know when I'm getting that mama. And then the other one don't come in till fucking April. And yeah,
dang,
man,
April.
Yeah, and then I got a couple things coming up, but ain't nothing really major. There's nothing I really want to collect right now. No sideshow shit.
Sean, it's like
drought.
It's tax season for me too, so that's a little different. In my household, we get money at tax time. It's not like Will's household, but but all I want is to carpet this room. That's it. I don't want a statue. I don't want a fucking thing. I just want carpet. That's like I'm like $300. Just that's all I want. Like for my toy box, I just
yourself, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the squares? Or you gonna do the roll?
No, I have it's a perfect 10-foot by 20-foot room. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna get a roll 10 by 20. I already have it priced and all that. So
that's it. That's all you have. That's all you want. You want nothing else.
That's all I want. Carpet this room, and then to build that little, get rid of these tapes that are in front of me and have this room set up a little bit more. That's it. Finish off Foothill Video.
Nice. So, all right. I guess there's nothing else to talk about this week, but thank you guys for the engagement. Yeah. We definitely appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
There really isn't anything, is there? They got the composer for the new Superman movie.
Okay.
Sean didn't say R.I.P. to Carl Weathers.
I was gonna say R.I.P. before we jumped off. I was gonna say, man, rest in peace to Carl Weathers, man. Like, yo, like he was
true legend.
True legend, man. Definitely. I fuck with Carl Weathers.
Most people get one iconic character. He's had multiple. Like people forget how awesome he was in Arrested Development. That fucking show was amazing, and him being that cheap ass actor was the funniest shit I've ever seen. People keep posting that one episode where he Tobias was gonna throw out like a bone, and he grabbed it from him, and he's like, "What are you doing with this? You get some carrots, you get some broth, you put this bone in there, and you got a stew." It's just like, it was just so funny. And on top of that, he got I don't want to say a swan song, but I guess it is now that he's passed. But back with the Mandalorian series, he got to direct a bunch of those episodes. Was a big character in that. And the Star Wars series lose another big actor. Like, it's sad. So
Yeah, I agree.
I
mean, let's be honest. Fucking Action Jackson, Predator. I mean,
well, I told you guys
Rocky,
what I want to do with
fucking
Action
Rocky
Jackson.
franchise. Like, I mean, Carl Weathers did his shit, dog. Like, he's definitely an icon.
Well, he turned the
Action
villain
hero
into a hero into a scene that made adult men cry. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he did with Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came out with Living in America, like, that was the best.
In America.
That
was the shit.
I mean, that was the best fucking intro for a character. Like,
living in America. that shit was real. So I'm like, when you was a black kid in the hood, you just be like, this black motherfucker out here shining. Like, he got his little hat on. He like doing with James Brown coming in, giving him come on, dog. Come on. Everybody was like, oh shit, Apollo Creed. And then guess what happened?
Hollywood came and slapped you in the face and pushed you right back down.
Black dude died first. Like, God damn.
Well, it took
him like in real life.
But it took him 4 movies, though. But yes,
true.
But damn, that and Chubbs.
Guys,
he died as Chubbs too. His arm bit off by an alligator. Yes.
But you know what though? Respect to Hollywood for the outpour. And like everybody kind of like, giving him his flowers, man.
He's gonna have a commercial too in the Super Bowl.
Does he? Really? Oh, that's what's up, man.
That Gronkowski, remember? He's like, in the games,
right.
he's like running around. Yeah, he's like driving the motorcycle. So
that's what's up, man. Give that man his flowers, man. Respect. Carl Weathers, rest in peace.
And with that is it for tonight. Please like, subscribe, comment, and join us on Saturday nights while we ramble. Yada, yada, yada. This is Will.
Join us on Wednesday nights as we ramble again. Yada, yada, yada. This is Sean.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that earlier this week I was a guest on the Horror Returns podcast where we reviewed movies 5 and 6 in the Children of the Corn series retrospective that we're doing over there. They're not getting any better.
I don't remember Steve and Sean and I getting invites, but whatever. Thanks a lot.
I don't get invited to shit. That's why I did my own show.
But look, I didn't. It was a comment on a thread they posted, and then I think they posted like the poster for the new Children of the Corn movie that was coming out like last year. And I was like, oh, you guys should do a retrospective. And they were like, and then Brian hit me up. He's like, we'll do it, but like, if you do it. So all right. So here we are. Movies 5 and 6. It's a good time though. I have fun over there with those guys.
We know who their favorite podcaster is in this series.
Clearly.
I don't care. It's fine for me.
Like, yeah, I'm awesome. Fuck you guys.
Anyway, so check that show out over there. Check out the Horror Returns. They're a bunch of good guys. So until next week, everybody, stay safe, be nice to each other, and keep it geeky.